Right, so I just took a slight detour in my day. I've just come down a Mini. Normally I'm here at night time, like dancing away and stuff, but um, yeah, listening to tunes. But I just thought I'd come and have a look at used Minis because there's a lot of them, and it's very hard to pick one if you had the money. Always the John Cooper works, obviously. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I think I just found the car I want to buy. How much is that? Oh, that's good, isn't it? It's got this digital. Look, I'll show you. Look, it's got. In order to find out about the car, I've got to download the information. I can't just look with one's eyes and see if what the price of the car is. If I was advertising, oh, it's got sat nav. If I was, oh, it's John. Is it? I don't think it is. No, it's not John Cooper. It's just got the wheels. But yeah, if I was going to come down and look at a car and advertise a car or see a car on the street or whatever, I expect somebody to write the price on it. Oh, this one's automatic. Never driven an automatic Mini before. And it's convertible. That's nice. It's a nice colour, isn't it? Yeah, that's a nice colour. I don't really want a John Cooper Works. I'm very happy with the Mini Coopers. See, I've always liked the Clubman. Yeah, I've always liked the Clubman myself. Here's a new Clubman. Yeah, they're quite nice. You could just see it with like a drag style, bigger wheels at the back. In fact, no, what am I talking about? You don't mess about with these cars. They're perfect as they are. I would put a bigger wing on it though. That's what I was going to get around to saying, but I do like the Clubman. Again, it's got the Cooper, John Cooper Works. Everything seems to be John Cooper Works in there. Look, John Cooper Works. Yeah, I think sunroof as well. I think I'd have to have a sunroof. Oh, these come with sunroofs. I don't know if I like it. I reckon I do like it. It is what it is. It's a Countryman. It's like a big, high-rise, sitting high on the road, luxury travelling. It's probably got good suspension. Look good with a roof rack. Some kind of tent or something. Yeah, no, I quite like those Countrymans. I don't like the older version as much as I like the new one. Or is that the same car? It's just that it's sitting higher. It's very hard to tell. No, it's got different wing mirrors. It's a different car. Yeah, I like this green one as well. I've always liked green. It's the first one I ever had, green. Yeah. these electric cars, they're probably not shifting too many of them, I don't think. No, there it is. It's that one. It's got to be that Countryman, I reckon. If I had the money, I reckon that's what I'd buy. Just for something different. You know, I can drive around in old minis all day long. That's work, but just for comfort of driving around in something that's family safe and you know, looks like it would handle quite well, and in a crash as well. You know, it looks quite safe in a crash. Yeah, I think I'll do that QR code thing in a minute, and just find out a bit more about it. Go and sit in McDonald's or something, and just contemplate how much one of these things costs. There's probably about 30 grand there, maybe more. But yeah, it's a lot of money, but it's a nice car. I will give it that. It's boost. Fucking hell. So where's the gear stick? I can't see the gear stick in there. All I see is a pad. Don't get it. Don't get it. I'll have to research that. I don't know what how you would fucking. There's not even an automatic gear stick. That's my point. Maybe it's just flappy paddles. Being a John Cooper Works, I imagine it is. Yeah, I quite like that. One can dream. But if I was just going to have a Cooper, it's got to be either this purpley blue one or the just mint black one that's here. I mean, even the Cooper sign is in black. You know, it's just mint black. I think it's electric. Oh no, that's just a really cool indicator. But this has got like a John Cooper Works pack, so maybe it is a John Cooper Works. There's only one way to find out, and that's to test drive it. It's got really nice seats in it. Yeah, it's a John Cooper Works, this. I'd buy a John Cooper Works, but the cost of running them is just... You got to be millionaires to start driving cars that are top of the range. Maybe one day, but I quite like that one, the Countryman. Yeah, I'm not keen on the colour of that. This is quite nice. Another Countryman, but all blacked out. John Cooper Works. Like an older version. No, it's the same version. It's just lower. Oh, it's the Aceman, that's why. It's got almost the same features. When I was looking at headlights, it's almost like they're taking the headlights out of the Aceman. Sorry, out of the Countryman and put them in the Aceman. No, they're different. They've got a point to them. Yeah, that point. If you look at that one over there, they've got a point facing the other way. But this is quite nice. I saw one of these go past me the other day. Put it on camera, I think. Ooh, a 5-door. That's lovely. Black again. Would I have an Aceman? Well, the seats are better in the other one, I think. Can't see in the backed out windows. So, it's very nice. Yeah. That's very nice. Another John Cooper Works. That seems to be what they sell here, is John Cooper Works. Another John Cooper Works, Mini Cooper. That's quite nice with the brown interior. Brown interior. Oh, those seats are lovely. They are lovely, aren't they? Wow, that's lovely craftsmanship. Another Countryman. Well, I quite like the new Countryman, and I quite like the Aceman, but I'm still a diehard Cooper fan. I think the one I was looking at is a John Cooper Works. But I'd take any one. That one's quite nice. Convertible. Just go and have a look at that. Yeah, this is lovely. Yeah, this is a bit of me. I walked straight past this because I wanted to see what else they had before making a judgment on the thing. All John Cooper Works wheels. Don't get it. It must be John Cooper packs. It's got leather. Is it leather? Half leather and suede. Leather and suede. Oh, that's lovely. That is lovely. I miss my convertible. I can't believe that I'm never going to probably drive it. I'm already starting to dismantle it. Unfortunately, most of the things that you would need off the engine do fit, fortunately. But unfortunately, you've got the problem of the bits that normally need replacing won't fit because it's a different model car. So it's kind of like dead in the water. There's not much I can do with it at the moment other than strip it down for parts. Anybody wants parts for a Mini, then hit me up. I'll put some kind of thing on here at some point. Communication. But yeah, there's Mini for you. I just wanted to go and have a look at what they had. Because, you never know, one day somebody might actually give me some money. Or finance. It's another fucker. Finance. Finance. Yep. If I'm honest, it's a waste of time because it's another one of those phone calls, like I was saying this morning, about call centres of members of staff. If people are phoning these companies, right, and they take a disliking to you, the member of member of staff on the phone will quite happily hang up the call, and everything you discussed previously will just be wiped out of existence. They'll just delete everything. So if I'm honest, it might as well be out of reach, because it, they say they're doing the job for you, and then they waste your time. I mean, I'm not complaining because I didn't get the finance. I'm complaining because I didn't get the service that I should get when I phone up a company on call centres, because all they give a shit about is numbers. I can just smell freshly cut grass. Freshly cut grass, look. Freshly cut grass. Right. So, yeah, I'm a bit disgruntled with finance company right now, because they just another company that decides to take a disliking to you at some point, so they can then hang up the phone. I mean, that's exactly what happens when you get somebody who's like 10 minutes to the end of shift and doesn't necessarily want to well, they don't really want to deal with it, so they just sort of faff through it, and then they'll hang up the phone because they've only got 10 minutes to the end of the shift. I've done it myself, so yeah, you just you don't get the service that you should get with these call centres. I don't know how I got on call centres, but other than what happened to me this morning, obviously. But if I'm honest, there's some nice cars there. So back to cars, I think I probably would go with the new Countryman, just because every car on the road is a big car now, so you generally have to you have to keep up with the trend, because when you're driving a Mini and you're parked up an older Mini and you're parked up next to a lorry, or you're driving next to a lorry on the motorway, it can be quite intimidating. So you have to drive it like you stole it, because you want to get away from that bloody vehicle. But if you if you drive something like a Countryman, it's got the power, it's got the sportiness, but it's an SUV, so you're keeping up with the trend of the traffic, the other cars on the road, because let's face it, everybody needs more room, everybody needs more bigger car. I've driven Minis for so long that maybe it's time for a change, you see. So I did like the older Countrymans. Maybe I'll go back old school and see if I can find a Countryman within budget, within price range. That'd be all right. But try out the older ones, because I'm miles away from a coupe. Yeah, a coupe's $3,000. I'm miles away from a coupe, but I could quite easily get an old Countryman, I think. Yeah, that's more along the lines of my budget. Alright, so I've got to try and cross this road now. If you time it right, you can get across it. Right. So, as I was saying, if if I have the budget for a mini Countryman, that'd be quite something. But I'm not really. I don't really want to have a slightly bigger car than a Mini Cooper when I'm happy with the Mini Cooper. But the new Countryman is miles bigger than a Cooper, and the Aceman is bigger than the Cooper. So yeah, I'm quite impressed with the Aceman, but I think I would probably prefer the Countryman right now at this point in my life, because I like the idea of riding high. There was a couple of nice ones there. That one with the brown interior, that was nice. There's all sorts of variations. You don't have to go far to find a car, but you do have to go far to find the right one. At the moment, I'm just setting myself a goal that's the car that I like out of the car lot. You know, if money ever comes to fruition, then maybe one day I'll buy it. Yeah, maybe I'll have the opportunity to purchase it, but not right now. I couldn't even afford to put a bloody thermostat into the car right now, so I'm having one sent down, part of my care package. I'm going to be busy, that's why I'm not working on the car, and I'm just wandering around trying to get home. I just gave up on the bus. I couldn't be bothered with the bus. Yeah, so if money comes into play and I can afford probably about 450 quid a month for one of those things, which is more than I can afford and will ever really consider myself to be able to afford. I'd be extremely lucky if I managed to afford anything like that. But yeah, I'll be blessed. I don't know. It's such a lovely night that you might as well walk. The only problem is I'm dressed for winter. We've got to go home and dig out all the summer clothes, I think, because it's going to be a good one this year. I can tell. If spring's like this every couple of days, then summer's going to be awesome. You know, so lap it up, because I reckon this is going to be one of the last chances we can travel. I reckon by Christmas there'll be something in place in every country or something for visas to stop migration. So, and that's everywhere because of what's happening. So, it is what it is. You know, there's a war going on in this part of the world. There's a war going on the other side of the world. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta wake up and notice what you see on the news. I pretty much just watch Channel 4 permanently, and every now and then I'll be sat watching the news, which is a revelation for me, because I don't really, or haven't really bothered to watch the news for a long time. But when you see what's going on with Donald Trump, Putin, and whatever the Ukrainian president is, it's disturbing, and I believe that things are about to have a regime of change, and the younger generation are going to take over again. I'm not talking kids, I'm talking the younger generation, you know. Get rid of a lot of these old fuddy-duddies and start bringing in some new laws. Like, yeah, the Mental Health Act, that needs to be abolished and reassessed. They have far too much power to be able to take you off the street, put you into a place of safety, yeah, and then assess you, start to medicate you. Once you're medicated, you've got no cognitive thought process, so you generally are you're lost in your own mind. So people can't fight the way that they are, the way that they're being made to be by the medication that they're being put on, and it happens in such a short amount of time that you can't really stop it, yeah, they try and say, you know, that you're losing your mind, but really what they could do is they could give you what's called a paliperidone, which is like an injection, and it gives you a month. Right, you have a month. Every month you have this injection, and it's not painful. It's just for their peace of mind that you're on something, right? Because it's a placebo. It doesn't really do much. There's other things that do, but this one doesn't. So anyway, it's called paliperidone, and if they just offered it to each patient to get out of hospital situation after a couple of days, like a weekend, because usually people get put in at the weekend, you're giving people the opportunity to get back to normality within a short amount of time, and just wake up from the daze or the confusion or whatever it is that they're going through at the time that has caused somebody to have a section. So luckily this hasn't really happened to me, but I do know that it's treated unfairly, which has happened to me, but you kind of learn to deal with it. So yeah, am I certified crazy? Well, I'm talking to a camera while walking down the street. I mean, how crazy could I be? I mean, you come and talk to me, I'm normal. Yeah, okay, so I've had a smoke, I've had a drink, you know. That's the way I am. But not every day, like today. I haven't drunk anything today. So, but it's a choice as well as not having a choice. And I just think we need to abolish the laws that were put in the 90s, 94 I think it was, 93, 94, where most of these hospitals were established, and they were open. They, you know, like a ceremony. They're open, like in a ceremony. But I think it was Tony Blair. I think it was Tony Blair that started the whole craze, and now we're dealing with it on a regular daily basis. It's everywhere. As soon as I come out of the clinic, I just turn around and I just went, do you know what? I'm sat in public, and it was like sitting in a room in a hospital, watching people mill about doing what they do, because they got nothing else to do. So they just potter and do nothing with their time. because that's what happens. They don't give you any activities or anything really to do. They expect you to just entertain yourself. So they do that, but then if you if you look at the way that people are when they go in there, it changes them. So the thing is, whenever you go in that sort of situation, it's the same for prison, I guess. You've got to stand up for yourself, and that includes against the doctors and the screws and all that. You can't just be walked all over by people. What time is it?